Have you ever dreamed of renovating your own home? All while still working your regular 9 to 5? And the best part, my wife and I were planning our entire wedding, this whole renovation. See, I got engaged the week before I started tearing our future house apart. This isn't just a DIY passion project. This is gonna be our first home together. The place will grow our family, share lots of laughter, build our life, and make a million memories. So yeah. No pressure. You know, by day, I'm just like you, working a full-time job, stuck in meetings, but by night, I'm wielding hammers, slinging paint, turning this house into something unbelievable. This isn't a TV show with a crew of 20. It's just me, my pops, some of my friends, and a stubborn belief that we can get this done. It's not always pretty, it's not always perfect. If you're into big transformations, no sleep, and making it work no matter what, you're in the right place. So welcome to my 9 to 5 DIY life. This is the start of our future, so let's renovate a home and build a family, one project at a time. As we are kicking off week 3, we get into something that we've never done before. And I'm not even gonna tell you, I'll just roll the clip. All right, so what we got on the docket today, we are transforming this fireplace, or at least I'm hoping we are. Goal of today is to lime wash our fireplace. What it's gonna do is gonna make it white, nice and bright, and look very different in this space, which I think will look good with the paint color we chose for the living room space. We went with the Rambio brand of paint. One thing I will apologize for in advance is I kept saying Rambio in all the clips. It clearly reads as Romabio. So, little dyslexic apparently. Forgive me. One of the 87 different white colors that they offer. This is the brightest color. I think it's Anvio. I don't know. I picked it up from Lowe's. So we're gonna do our dilution mix to get our first bucket. So we're gonna mix 2.5 liters of the Rambio stuff. Then we're gonna do 1.25 liters of water. There's a lot of math going on right now. I'm really bad at the metric system. All right, so 2.5 liters. That's right there. Wow, I hope I have enough space in here. Ew, it's really chunky. I don't know if that's normal. Oh, great. I bought bad stuff. Watch. With my luck. Alright. Oh, wow. This is actually really chunky. Wait. No shot. How old is this? No way. I literally have stored this inside my house. Bro. This is supposed to be a liquid. Right? Dude. I'm angry. I can't lie, I feel like this Romabio stuff tried to hoodwink me simply because when I opened the bucket, I thought it was bad. I truly think they were trolling me on purpose. Okay, apparently I'm just overreacting. So, after using the interweb and reading the instructions a little more carefully, you're supposed to use the entire bucket and then add your water in order to dilute it. So, if you freaked out like I did over how your Rambio looks when you first open it, don't panic. That's how it's supposed to look. I took my 5-quart bucket here, dumped the entire thing of the Rambio in here, and then I'm starting off with 1.5 liters, I'm starting off with 1.25 liters of water being mixed in. And I don't have a paddle mixer or anything, so I'm just gonna be hand stirring this until I get all the chunks out. And then once that happens, we will be able to start painting. So, lessons of that last clip. Chunky Rambio. Okay, read your instructions and buy a paddle mixer. All right, we'll see you once we start laying this down. There we go, good soup. Ready to go and be painted on here. Dampen this entire surface just with a wet rag, and then I will show you the brush. Here it is. This is just a masonry brush from Marshalltown. Used to be a vendor of one of the companies I worked at. Fun fact. Now we're just gonna start slapping this on and see what happens. All right, let me tell you honestly, this might have been one of the worst things I've ever done. It was very stressful. It's very annoying. Every time I thought I got in a rhythm on how to do it, I was like, nope, this isn't working. So this is the end result. I'm actually very happy. Everything is looking exactly how I want it to. Going for more of like a weathered white look, so you can see there's clearly white on it, but then some of the original color kind of breaks through, like a washed look. And I feel like I did a pretty decent job of doing that. Shout out to everybody who ever does this with like finished flooring around their house, because I was just spraying and praying like no one's business. To be honest, would I ever do it again? I don't really think so. Decent progress for the day. We're happy. Now, initially when I recorded this clip, it was after the first coat went on, and I really did like the way it looked. I liked how the original brick color was kind of popping through, but I did go back with a second coat on top of what you're seeing here in this clip, simply because I was just trying to get a little bit more coverage. But overall, the color of white that this Roma Bio is designed to kind of have that original brick color shine through. So if you want the weathered one, get the one I bought. It's good stuff. Okay, next day vibes. We are in the laundry room. It's time to get another room of this renovation done, and I can finally start washing clothes again. It's gonna be great. See you guys later, because the battery's about to die. You know, in last episode, we finished up my office, and this episode, we're finishing up the laundry room. Within 3 weeks to finish 2 whole rooms of the house, while still in progression of demoing out the entire house, I was feeling extremely happy, very blessed. Frustrating as the very first house me and my dad ever renovated was, it did set us up for great success to go from an 8-month project down to how long this project took. Small progress, gotta be happy about it. Not smelling all the time is great. I'm just kidding. I still was washing my clothes during the renovation. It just wasn't often, you know. I was just, whatever. Okay, few days later vibe. I'm not really sure what's going on with this paint, to be honest. First things first, check it out. Laundry room is completely done now. Top to bottom, this is bit of sugar white. Ooh, didn't know that was a thing, did you? Neither did I. But it's all good. You know, one thing I always say, and that I will say until the day I die, is I wonder who decides the name of these paints. There's literally thousands of options when you go to Home Depot, and each one of them has the craziest, most absurd name. Bit of sugar. Who would have thought of that? Looks really nice and clean, very sleek. We love it. Looks great. The problem that I had with this entire process though was the fact that the paint is not going on smooth at all. Especially when I compare it to the paint I used at Alex's house. Way easier. I never had any runs or anything like that. Both Pops and I have had the toughest time working with this paint. It's like Bare Premium Ultra or something like that. I will say, painting this house was extremely frustrating. I did have the AC on at all times. It was in September. The temperatures aren't super crazy in Michigan come September. So in my mind, I did not think it was hot enough to have this paint be so difficult. As I mentioned, it's Bare Premium Ultra. Typically, I've worked with Sherwin-Williams paint, and then for Alex's house, I used Ace Hardware paint. And both of those are way easier to work with than it is to this Bare. Like, I know Bare's supposed to have great name brand recognition, but it did not jive well with us. All of that aside, laundry room is done. Check out the living room. You might not be able to tell, but we have ice sculpture blue on this bad boy right here. All throughout the main fireplace, voila. So it's starting to come together. The kitchen still hasn't been painted yet. But right here in the entryway, first coat's on. I did all of this till about 1:30 in the morning last night. But we are looking good with this first coat on. Still had a lot of problems laying this paint on. So we're gonna have to make some adjustments, do some sanding everywhere. Before that happens, I'm going to focus on other rooms. I still got the bedrooms to paint. I still got the kitchen. I'm trying to stay positive through this frustrating time with this Bare paint or whatever. Yeah, nothing to it but to do it. It's good paint. It's just like, I feel like I don't know how to paint. Like I'm not laying it on right. Don't know how it's happening, why it's happening, but it is what it is. Let's get some primer on one last area, and then we'll be able to start painting in all the other. So I do apologize. Obviously there was 3 days between that clip and the last clip with the laundry room. We were in go mode when it comes to painting, and plus I get really nervous with my camera equipment when it comes to painting. Don't want to get anything splashed on the camera lenses. So I really don't record, and besides, I don't consider myself the greatest painter where I have these tips and tricks that I can show stuff. You know, we lay it on, we lay it good, and that's kind of it. We just work super hard, work super fast. Both my dad and I absolutely hate to paint, but it is obviously a part of home renovation process. We got it on, we didn't record it That ice sculpture blue is very subtle, but it's very calming. In the clip, it does look a bit white, but it is actually blue, especially when you look at the fireplace or the ceiling and compare the two colors. And once we got the brand new lights in, you really can tell that it's blue, and it's a fantastic color. And you can see right here is our priming spots. So normally I would never use a brush to paint a big section of wall like that, but let me tell you, if I ever had to or ever had to paint an entire house as a challenge with just a brush, I wouldn't do it. I'd rather get kicked in the shin like 600 times versus ever having to do that in my entire life. But we're gonna let that primer dry in there, and I think it's time to move on to the broken bedroom in order to at least paint the walls that we can. If you watched the week 2 video, you know I kind of explained what's going on with our subfloor and the rotting studs we have in the main bedroom. And I said I didn't know if I recorded a clip talking about it. I did. So here's the clip. You're welcome. Also, I've been like saying it in every video that, you know, we're gonna talk about the hole and the update on the hole, and I haven't been, so let's talk about the hole. Basically, long story short, I was hoping that be able to work with my insurance or whatever, but I'm not sure when this water damage happened. We checked the caulk lines on all the windows. Everything looks in good shape. So in my mind, I think this happened a long time ago before all these new windows got put in. I'm kind of stuck, meaning I have to deal with it and I have to obviously pay for it out of my own pocket. The game plan will be shown to you later. All right, let's paint. When it came to painting our bedroom, I can't lie, I was pretty proud of myself. Getting up on the ladder, getting up and down, working around the ladder, adjusting everything. Plus, when I remember that when we were painting our bedroom, those were the hottest days. And the paint was definitely like primed, most difficult to work with. So we overcame a ton of odds throwing this almond milk on top of these walls. And it turned out great. Okay, so coat 1 is up on this wall, on that wall, and we got this wall left, so let's get rid of it in 3, 2, 1. And there we have it. Another coat is on this wall. Well, the first coat. All 3 walls are now done that we can do. We still gotta worry about fixing this wall. So obviously with the way this paint's laying right now, it's definitely gonna be a 2-coat process. That was my expectation, so I'm not too concerned if the paint's thin in some sections. That's how it was with the office, and we took care of it real nice and easy. So gonna let this dry, have the other room to do as well, but I'm a little concerned. It's starting to get hot outside and I can feel the heat in the room. And on top of that, I'm starting to notice it in the paint that it's starting to bubble up again. So my guess is that when it gets too hot, that's when the paint starts to beat up and it gets harder to work with. So something I'm gonna have to keep in mind, but I gotta eat first. Look at that paint. I can't lie, when we hit September 15th, this day, and we were able to uncover the washer and the dryer and push everything back, feeling that like momentum of getting another room done, it was just massive and it was really cool. And again, it's like such a small thing to just really need to do some drywall repair, take down old cabinets and paint, change a spot. Like it doesn't sound like a lot of work, but when you see we're in the middle of week 3 or the end of week 3, in order to accomplish this, like you start to appreciate and remember just how long it takes to actually do some of these things that are so easy or quick to do. And it gives you perspective and it really helps you enjoy the process. Just put it in a 90. Really on it. All right, get out from back there. Wait. We gotta get back here now.
Yeah, I like that idea with these ones.
Like a spider monkey.
Like, can we move this washer? Because in my opinion, I think the washer's greasy. No, you're fine. It's not focused on it.
So we officially have a laundry room again, sort of. This is still used as paint central, so it's super dirty. I will finally be able to do laundry. and I'm so excited. And I love how clean the walls look with the white. We're gonna need a new door. Nice, clean, bright. It makes you excited to do laundry. Not fold it, but clean it. Anyways, we gotta get these bedrooms done.
And just like that, week 3 is in the books. Pretty big week, honestly. We finished up a lot of drywall repair, started to address the hole in the subfloor, got bedroom walls painted, got the laundry room done. That's 2 rooms done now, and we got the living room and the entryway painted. It's just a lot of big physical changes that are happening in such a short amount of time. And none of that could have happened without the first 2 weeks of the boring and the slow and unglamorous stuff. A lot of the stuff you won't see in some of these TV shows or massive YouTubers, because it's the nitty-gritty, but this is real. This is what it looks like. This is the high point of the renovation, but like, again, you got to see the ugly work, the low points. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you took something away from it. If you haven't already, make sure you drop that like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on the post notifications, send the video to the friend. You know the drill. I'm gonna put the playlist for this whole series somewhere on the screen, a subscribe button too, so don't forget those. But most importantly, don't forget to have a great day or night. Don't forget to keep God number one. God bless.